Okay, so we're doing Everybody Wants to Rule the World. We're going to start off with the intro and verse, and these are the chords that we use on the intro and verse. And the first chord we see there, it's a D major 7, okay? And we play D major 7 like this. We're going to bar with our first finger on the second fret all the strings. Barring is when I put all, with one finger I cover all the strings like this. But then my ring finger, the third finger, I'm going to put it on the 4th fret, first string. So I have a shape that's like this. I have the bar and then my third finger on the 4th string. It's going to sound like this. Put that. Obviously, this middle finger doesn't have to go under here. I'm just putting it there so you can see the shape better. And that's D major 7. The next chord we're going to be using in the verse is G. We should all know by now G. Right? We have G. And then we use it like this. We play the D major 7 first, and we follow it up with a G. Now, the rhythm we use in the verse, it's not 4 beats each note or chord. It's going to be a little bit different. This is the rhythm. Listen to it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and it helps just like do this rhythm with me. Maybe it'll help you a little bit understand it better. We're gonna count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. D, G. 1, 2, 3, 4. D, G. 1, 2, 3, 4. D, G. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. So once I get that rhythm down, I can start practicing it with the chords, starting on D major 7. Right? That's the rhythm. Let's count. Let's do it together. 1, 2, 3, 4. D, G. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the next part of the song is going to be the chorus. And before we even start playing the chorus, I want to go over 2 chords real quickly. The first one is E minor. We have E minor by putting our first finger on the 2nd fret of the 1st string, second finger on the 2nd string, 3rd fret, and then we have our 3rd finger on the 3rd string, 4th fret. So we have like this little shape where we're going up in stairs. That's what I tell my students. We go up in little stairs, and that's E minor. Here, here, and here. The next chord I want to talk about is F sharp minor. Some of you might be familiar with it, some of you might not be. That's why we're doing this. So we take our 2nd finger, we put it on the 4th string, 2nd fret. We take our 1st finger, we put it on the 1st fret of the 3rd string, and then we take our 3rd finger and we put it on the 2nd string, 2nd fret. Okay, so here, I'm moving up my finger so you can see better, and then here. And that's F sharp minor. These are 2 chords that we're going to be using in the chorus, and it's a good idea to practice them before we move on. Now, for the chorus, the actual chorus, now that we practice some of the chords, each measure is 4 beats, right? So we first start with E minor, F sharp minor, G, F sharp minor, and that's the first system, so that's the first line. Again, E, 2, 3, 4, F sharp, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, back to F sharp, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's like, we could call that the first part of the chorus. I'm gonna play one more time a little bit slower so you can play along with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. E minor, F sharp minor, G, 2, 3, back to F sharp, 2, 3, 4. The second part of the chorus is basically the same chords, but we're gonna do 2 beats each chord instead of the usual 4 that we were doing. And we're gonna add A at the end. Okay, so I'm gonna play normal speed so you guys see what I'm talking about. and then I'll break it down for you guys. 1, 2, starting in E, E, F, G, A. Okay, play one more time. E, F, G, A. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, I'm doing E, 2 beats, going to F sharp minor, 2 beats, G, 2 beats, and then A, 2 beats. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And that's the second part of the chorus. Now the whole chorus is going to sound like this. I'm going to count and follow along. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. F sharp minor, 3, 4. G, 2, 3, 4. F sharp minor 2. Double time now. E, F, G, A, and we go back to D major 7. 2, 3, 4. So important too, when we end the A, we go back to D major 7 and G. So it might be a good idea to practice that A going to D major 7. So practice this jump, this change, because it's gonna be one that we're doing pretty often. Next part of the song is the bridge. Bridge is pretty simple. It has 3 chords that we're familiar with. We have G, D, here, and A. Now, it starts pretty simple. I'm gonna play it a couple times for you so you guys hear what I'm talking about. 1, 2, 3, 4, G, rest, rest. So I'm doing there, rest, D, D, rest, A, A. Rest, D, D, rest, A, A. Again, 4 beats on G, rest, D, D, rest, A, A. I'm going to play a little bit slower so you guys can see what I'm doing. 1, 2, 3, 4. G, 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 rest, D, D, rest, A, A. Okay, and the rhythm, specifically for the D and A, is going to sound like this. Rest, D, D, rest, A, A. D, D, A, A. D, D, A, A. G, 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 D, D, A, A. Okay, last part of the song is a little guitar solo almost at the end of the song. Okay, I want to discuss the B minor. We see there that chord called B minor. And it uses the bar, same as D major 7, right? But instead of putting it down here like we did on D major 7, we're going to put it on the top string. Okay, so let me show you again. We put bar on the 2nd fret, and my 3rd finger goes on the 4th string of the top string, the 4th string. Okay, there's an easier way, a simpler way to do the chord, which is just pressing a bar with these 3 strings. If that's easier for you, you can go ahead. Just be very careful not to play the top string now, because that's not part of the chord, right? If I play this, it doesn't sound very good, right? It has to be these 3 notes, the bottom 3 strings that I'm barring with my 2nd fret. So that's B minor. The rest of the chords for the solo, pretty simple. We're going to be using C. You can use C, play C with the 1st finger or the 3rd finger. Some of my students, if they're doing the easy version of the chord, like to do this. Go from B minor, C with the 1st finger. If you already know, if you can make the change with the 3rd finger, doing from here to here, that's fine too. You can do that too, whatever works for you guys. Then the next 2 chords are going to be G and A, which we've already practiced. So the whole solo is going to sound like this. And I want you to notice that the first 2 measures are between 2 repetition bars, and it says times 2 because we're going to repeat it 2 times, right? So we do 1, 2, and then we continue from to the G and to the A. So I'm gonna play it for you guys so you can listen. 1, 2, starting on B. B, C, B, C. I'm going to G now. G, A. Now I go to the verse. D major 7, G. 2, 3, 4. So when we notice too, after the solo, we go to a verse again. So that practice of going from A to D major 7 is going to be useful here too. And that's basically all the song. Good luck practicing. Thank you.